scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Introducing first to the ring, please welcome Gift Davis.
Well, it's fitting during the holiday season that a fighter known as Gift is in action. It's better to give than to receive, and nowhere is that truer than in a boxing ring, Christina.
Without a doubt, and he's been given the gift of being a boxing trainer and coming up through the ropes that way. So even though he only turned pro this year, he does have a lot of experience. So don't let his lack of professional fights fool you. He has a strong boxing mind.
Yeah, started boxing at the age of 5. His mom steered him toward coaching rather than competing. Built a successful career as a trainer in Los Angeles, working with celebrities before George Foreman's success in his 40s inspired him to finally pursue his own pro boxing career in his mid-30s.
And now his opponent, the pride of Brazil, Kino Marley.
Nah, he's going with a real Brazilian guy. You know what I'm saying? Them Brazilians, just from where they're from, and if he's actually a proper Brazilian, he lives there.
Marley walking to the ring for the first time as a professional. David, you remember your pro debut. What was it like walking to the ring, and what do you expect that a Marley at 25 is feeling right now on this stage, making his first appearance as a pro fighter?
He would be feeling exactly as I felt. I was an international amateur just like he is. And the anticipation, you think about this day for many, many years, and here it is. And it's very similar to this. I fought in front of about 100 people. It was very, very quiet, but it was about getting that first W on your record.
Started training at the age of 11. His personal story is one of true perseverance, overcoming the murder of his older brother and his cousin's suicide. He has served in the Brazilian army. He's earned a degree in physical education. He's currently pursuing a law degree. What have you done with your life lately? Kino Marley. Very impressive resume outside of the ring. Let's see what he does as a pro in between the ropes.
I'm gonna be like him, but better.
With the official introductions, here's the one and only Big Mo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to South Florida, Miami, Florida, the Kaseya Center. Tonight's home for the biggest fight of the year, Judgment Day. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. But before we get to our massive main card, live around the world on Netflix, we start with our prelim card, and we welcome all of you viewers joining us on MVP's YouTube channel and Tudum. We open the prelim card with 4 3-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division. This and all bouts tonight are presented and promoted by Nikisa Badarian and Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside: Efrain LeBron, Michael Tate, and Steve Weisfeld. And our timekeeper, Rick Villazon. And our referee in charge when the bell rings is Sam Burgos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with multicolored trim. He stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 188.4 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a professional record of 2 victories, opposite just 1 defeat. Hailing from Canyon Country, California, ladies and gentlemen, Gift Davis.
Davis showing me.
And now his opponent, standing across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the green, white, and gold trunks. He stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 198.6 pounds. Tonight, he is making his highly anticipated professional debut, fighting out of and representing Sao Paulo, Brazil. Introducing MVP's own 2-time Olympian and Pan American Games silver medalist, ladies and gentlemen, Kino Marley.
Debut, you gotta get that silver, gold. We say silver Olympic medalist.
He's second, come on in. Second, come on in.
Olympics. Oh, okay.
All right, gentlemen, get the instruction in the back. Obey my command. Protect yourself at all times. Right here is good. Right here is good. Touch him if you like. Come out of the bell. Let's go.
So we begin tonight's proceedings with a professional debut, 25-year-old Keno Marley against 35-year-old Gift Davis Jr., whose motto is use your gifts, and he will try to use his to spoil the professional debut.
Nervous, but if he can survive the rounds, I feel
we are scheduled for 4 rounds. Mauro Ranallo alongside Christina Poncher and former cruiserweight and heavyweight champion David Hay, the bell, and round 1. And immediately Gift on the attack, although he's being stymied by the jab early, so very fundamentally sound already is the...
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the...
Exactly what I was going to say. Oh, that right hand, he felt that.
So David Marley showcasing some early pop here in the first frame.
He really is. I think there may be an issue with Gibbs.
Down goes Davis. What a right hand by Marley.
6, 7. Hey, you good? Come to me.
He just smoked him like the ganja god Bob Marley. What a knockdown there for Marley, where everything is going according to plan thus far.
Gift Davis is feeling every punch that lands from Keno Marley. Already in trouble early, and it's only a minute into the fight.
What do you think of his overhand right hand, Marley, the way he uncorks it, David?
It looks very educated. You can see he's been fought internationally, fought at the Olympics. This is the type of pedigree you'd expect someone with such a great amateur resume.
And with the knockdown in only a 4-round fight, Mauro, that's a deep hole already to get yourself out of in the first round.
Behind the proverbial 8 ball here with just over a minute and a half remaining in the first frame, and very much more a sprint than a marathon with just 4 rounds or less. And Marley making early impressions. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and thus far for Keno Marley, it's doing very well with just a minute and 15 left here in the first round, and it's going to be up to Davis to try to survive the round.
He's going to need to do something different, move that head, maybe try to block a little more. He's trying to engage, where he should be trying to get his feet back underneath him, trying to get to the end of the round. He's lost this round by 2 points, so let's just get to the end of the round and try to regroup.
Christina, I really like the way the IQ is already showing from Marley, the way he places his punches upstairs and downstairs, the punch selection. We're seeing it all on display here in just the first 2 minutes of his pro career.
And that's not always the case with guys that have such a long amateur career. Sometimes that transition takes a little bit longer because they're used to that amateur style. But what I like the most is how he's going to the body. That's not something that a lot of amateurs do often, and he's varying up the punches and also the placement very well here in round 1.
Oh, nice lead right hand pop Davis again.
You would assume Marley had 10, 15 professional fights. If you look at the way he's pacing himself, the punch selection, he looks very comfortable in there.
25 years of age, which is a relatively advanced age to turn pro, but hey, he's a mature young man coming into his man strength. We know how impressive he is out of the ring, and so far he's been very impressive inside the ring for his first fight as a professional. Round 1 is over.
He gets knocked down again.
Senta aí, senta.
That's it. First round.
Puxa até o final.
Breathe. Now you have to fight all the way to the end.
Respira.
Breathe. Take a breath. That's right. Easy. Develop your jab. Work with that hand. You have to get in.
What a perfect start for Keno Marley. Timed this right hand perfectly. Within the first 30 seconds of the fight, he drops Gift Davis. And I mean, his head was not off the line, and he was able to catch him flush.
Hesitated.
What a great start.
That's the ideal start you'd want in your professional debut.
Take a breath. All right.
Stayed there for a moment. Bob Marley just smoked him. And then smoked him. Putting him in the blood right now. Round 2, come on.
Referee Samuel Burgos calls for the whistle, not a traditional bell here in Miami. As we begin round 2, and immediately Marley commands the center of the ring with that jab, doubling up on the jab, David.
He understands range, he understands distance, and his feet, I'm very impressed with his feet. He's not falling over every time he throws combinations. his balance is still there. He's still ready to defend.
And Christina brought it up in the first round. Davis, despite being knocked down with the lethal right hand, still not taking his head off center line and is there right for that right hand of Marley, which is paying dividends.
It really is. He needs to do something different. What we tried in that first round didn't work. He's trying a little bit more lateral movement now, but when he comes in for attacks, as you said, his head is staying on the line.
Well, what he shouldn't do is continue to circle to his left, right into the right hand of Keno Marley. He should be moving, Davis should be moving to his right, away from that lethal weapon of Keno Marley. I think he's completely circling the wrong way.
Yep. A minute gone here in the second, and Marley continues to stalk Davis. Davis doubles up on the jab, but not the same body language, and that overhand right, he pronated the punch, but the high guard blocked it for Marley. Marley now has him, maybe looks at him into a trap in the corner, and again, this is his pro debut. Look at the feint, looking to get Davis to bite down for that right hand.
I really like what Marley's doing here. The fact he was comfortable enough to go back to the ropes, put his hands up, and allow the gift to try to unload, to look for a counter punch, shows experience, shows he's comfortable in this professional arena.
There was a good right hand landed from Gift there as he continues to circle around, but he really hasn't given Marley much in return to think about, Mauro.
And knowing Marley going downstairs with the body shot, and there was a right uppercut, the right hand again, and he's really throwing that right hand with bad intentions. Has Davis on the ropes momentarily before Davis escapes, but continues to find himself in trouble against the debutante, Keno Marley. Less than a minute left in the second round. Referee Samuel Burgos getting them to break. And Davis looking to catch a break. And by the way, yes, he prefers to be known as Gift, but so far he's getting that proverbial lump of coal in his stocking from Keno Marley, guys.
We'll be here all night with the holiday references as we're on throughout Hanukkah and Christmas.
Kwanzaa.
Whatever you celebrate. Right now, Keno Marley is celebrating a spectacular pro debut that came a little bit longer than he would have wanted.
Oh, beautiful. Triple right hands by Keno Marley, and just showing composure and technical ability, of course. With the two-time Olympian, you know that he's going to be on point, but he's got that aggression, and it's not ruthless aggression. He's very calculated and able to land the solid right hands.
It's not a traditional amateur style that he has. Sometimes when people have been to two Olympics, they have a traditional amateur style looking for the points. Marley's looking for power punches. That's quite rare from a professional in their first fight, particularly having a deep.
Come on, Gift, you gotta get it in and out, work around it. You gotta sting harder. Stay focused. Keep him moving because he's gonna get tired. Look how he's sitting there. He's moving like if he was like 230.
Mike Williams, Gift Davis Jr.'s corner. Chief Second wants him to move around Marley, utilize lateral movement, utilize the footwork.
His coach was saying that Marley's gonna get tired. I very much doubt that.
As do I. Especially this just being a 4-round fight, a 25-year-old young man who takes life seriously.
Marley's used to fight international level, fighting the best fighters from around the country, from around the world.
Little maintenance.
Yes, little trip is wrestling since the best of times, the worst of times. Very much a story as we're seeing here, the best of times for Marley, the worst of times for Davis. And you talk about holiday references, Marley's also a holiday reference, but we won't go there. Round number 3, all Marley.
I think that Keno Marley would love to get a knockout here in his pro debut. If he continues to land flush like that, he will.
And the hands are down for Davis, and it's no defense upstairs, David.
There's not much defense at all. You know, Gift is launching big wide shots and he's open to the counter attack. So Marley's just being patient and trying to wait for that sweet right hand to come over the top.
And it's a counter left hook. Offensive onslaught from Marley in terms of total punches landed and thrown, 2-1.
Well, and Gift's corner told him you have to throw with more intention. Like I said earlier, he hadn't given him anything to respect, and even still, it's a bit of a sparring session the way he's just kind of tapping his gloves out. I'm not expecting to see a full arsenal from him. He didn't have the amateur career that Keno Marley did, but there we go. Put a little something on those punches, a little sauce on it.
They are, but they're blocked. So at least they're throwing. He's throwing them, but not scoring because, as we know, clean punching is the #1 criteria. Effective aggressiveness, defense, and ring generalship. And we'll hear more from our rules expert and unofficial scorer, Sean Wheelock, throughout the night. We're just a minute and a half away from the third round. Very measured here for Keno Marley. He did score the knockdown in round 1, but in no hurry.
He's showing his international amateur level experience here. You know, he's not someone who's had a handful of amateur fights. No, he's had a lot of amateur international fights. That means so much. So he understands over 4-round distance how to pace yourself.
Man, and for Davis, just unable to get his head off center line, and his guard is down, and he's eating punch after punch, and there you go. Yes, he throws a 3-punch combination. Marley with a beautiful peekaboo guard, and nowhere to land for Davis.
I'm gonna tell you what his issue is. He's trying to be
as his corner tells him to move his head, that'd be smart advice as he continues to get tagged
Move it and
with
use
that
it.
jab.
Let's roll with a flipping punch.
45 seconds left in the penultimate round. Again, only 4 rounds in the cruiserweight division. And again, cruiserweight, as I mentioned, spanning 176 to 200. And there was a 10-pound weight disparity between these two as well. So both of them coming well under 200 pounds. What a beautiful combination put together by Marley. Again, staggers him with the right hand, has Davis on the ropes, literally and figuratively, continues to punish Davis here with 20 seconds left in the third.
Gift is showing some heart here. He could have gone down from a few of these shots, but he's really given it his all.
You can tell too that he's a little more technically sound and growing comfortable each round because he's trying to roll with some of these shots, David, as he kind of tries to follow the shot with his head.
His defense is moving nicely.
Breathe, breathe, breathe all the way in. Breathe all the way in. He's jabbing here or there, right? Hit the hand. Breathe in all the way.
And again, it's just making sure that he gets his head off the line. He was caught with that left hand after, you know, slipping onto the second one. He didn't even dodge off the line, and that's how he got caught there with that shot.
Antonio Filio is the trainer for Keno Marley. Mike Williams for Gift Davis Jr. Fourth and final round.
He's coming from small. Come on, Davis. There you go. Finally, first time he's on the front foot. First time he's on the front foot. Got stance.
What's impressed you the most about Marley's debut thus far, David?
I like the calmness. Although it's a 4-round fight and he should be putting his pedal on the metal, he seems calm. He seems like a 10-round fighter already. The pace he's fighting at would be well suited in a 10-round fight.
And yet, Christina, also important to get rounds earlier in your career. Yeah, it's nice to get the one-hitter quitter in, but he's getting valuable experience with each and every second.
Sure, especially after you waited quite some time to turn pro, and even his pro debut was delayed. It was supposed to be back in June, but he suffered that eye injury, and I think that so far so good. We're going to continue to watch his career evolve. Maybe he'll sit down on those shots a little bit more, kind of straight up and down for me if I'm nitpicking something, but really a complete fighter, in my opinion, for this early in his pro career.
And now he's landing with the left hand as well, switching stances to southpaw Marley. So he's showcasing a little bit of everything here against Gift Davis Jr.
He's landed some big shots on the chin.
Oh, good counter left hook upstairs by Marley.
If I was Marley, I'd want more of a reaction when I land my right hand with all my might on my opponent's chin. He got one knockdown in the first round, and since then, there doesn't seem to be that one-punch knockout power. Maybe that's something that's going to develop later on throughout his career.
Back in the UFC, or in the fight, get hit.
Numbers don't always tell the whole story, but safe to say the stats back up what we've seen thus far in the opening preliminary bout here. As we get ready to go live at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Netflix with Judgment Day, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Marley feeds Davis a right uppercut, and now Marley not respecting the power. Davis' hands are down and beginning to feel himself a little bit.
Yeah, I did like the way Marley clinched there. You'd expect him to want to keep working. He's the guy who's in control. He's fighting someone he believes and who he is superior to. He should let his hands go and really try to get the gift out of there.
Final minute of action here in the fight.
Again, landing that right hand at will. Setting it up off the jab.
Let's go. All right, stop.
Everything seems to be going
Let's go. Let him go, Rick. Let him go, Rick.
He rolls, gets hit.
The jab has been an instrumental weapon, outlanding Davis 33-6 in that department, destroying him in power punches, 68-18 total, and it's been one-way traffic for 25-year-old Kino Marley. Scored a knockdown in the first round, has shown some composure, has shown some ring IQ, and has shown where there can still be obviously plenty of improvement.
No doubt about it. He's landed so many clean shots, but I would like to see more of a reaction in his opponent. Maybe he needs to put 3 or 4 together. He's looking for one shot. He's not he's not a one-punch knockout specialist, so put 3 or 4 together.
Marley confident doing a bit of a Roy Jones Jr. impression there with his hands, but Marley should be getting the shutout win here with the 3 judges at ringside. I'm sure our unofficial score sees it the same way, but we will find out who is officially victorious here at Kaseya Center in Miami.
What a great pro debut for Kino Marley. He showed a great variety of punch selection, but it was a right hand just like that one that found success all night. He was able to set it up off the jab, throw it as a hook, as a straight shot. Pretty much wherever he wanted to land, he had his choice tonight against Gift Davis, who likely lost every round.
Every single round, with a 10-8 round in the first.
Yeah.
Great heart from Gift. I've seen many opponents take a knee when they've had the pressure on them like that.
And it must feel good, and you can speak to this from
the scoring, like I said,
to me, very 50
young.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards at ringside. All 3 judges see the contest 40-35, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Kino Marley.
1-0 as Kino Marley puts on a bit of a show. In his professional debut, gets the knockdown and then outpoints the game. Gift Davis Jr., who is definitely respectful in defeat. And for Marley, the future is bright. You can see what most valuable promotion saw in this youngster, Christina.
Absolutely did not look ideal.
All right, well, we'll find out what Marley has to say.